All right, guys. So we're here with an old buddy, Ryan Long. So Ryan and I actually went to high school together. He was a year younger than me, but we played a lot of ball together over the years and went our separate ways after high school. And somehow we both found ourselves into regenerative ag and grazing. And we're at his farm now in southern Missouri. Where exactly are we at? Richwoods?
Richwoods, Missouri. It's at the very northeast corner of Washington County, so just by Jefferson, Franklin County.
Gotcha. It was a track. If anybody's ever been on a float trip, you know the roads. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah,
down here.
Nothing like Illinois.
No, nothing like Illinois. It was. I was thinking in my head, it's like we were listening to the Cardinals game. Like, this is an 8-inning drive. We got 8 innings.
Yep.
And I don't know. Maybe the Cardinals are winning now, but they weren't when we got here. But we're down here to buy a bull. So our old bull is an old bull. And Ryan approached me. He seen me commenting on a couple people on a Facebook page, I think. And he said, "Hey, if you're interested in a bull, we've got way too many heifers out of ours, and he's still in really good condition. I'd hate to see him go for burger." And he's 2 years younger than our old bull. And he's papered, great genetics. He's absolutely gorgeous. So we thought we'd make some medicine and come down and get a bull today. So our old guy went to the sale barn. This guy's coming home with us. We're going to do some AI this year with some Mashona genetics, but he's going to cover anybody that doesn't get bred and take by that. And hopefully have him for a couple years, and we'll have a few more South Poles. He's pure blood South Pole, so or full blood, right? Full blood or pure blood? I think it's full blood.
Whatever
We'll call that. So Ryan, how did you, when I last saw you, we were in high school, we were playing sports. I think you had some interest in wildlife and whatnot, but how did you get into grazing and regenerative agriculture?
Yeah, I got an environmental biology degree. Went into fisheries, did a bunch of biology work, and then found a different career in natural gas. And so for a hobby, I wanted to get back outdoors and maybe a little side hustle. Found this piece of property for sale. The price was too good to resist, and then I kind of went down the wormhole like most people do. Started reading about grass, watching YouTube videos, regenerative, rotational grazing, and then I fell down the South Pole genetics for the grass qualities, and it's been a whirlwind ever since.
YouTube University for the win.
Yeah,
right?
I started out by being like, I'll probably rotate them once a week, maybe once a month. We'll see what I got time for. And then it was 2020, so, didn't have a lot going on. So I just started rotating them every day, and I have yet to miss more than a couple days. Probably 360 days a year I rotate.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah. Do you want to dive into that anymore? Like when you're out and you're observing your pastures and your moves, and you have set paddocks? Or are you adjusting sizes every day?
No, it's constantly changing. Everything's changing. I like long, skinny paddocks, get a better trample effect. I pipe water. I got a well pump down here on a spring, run on 12 volts, and I pipe water throughout this whole farm.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So I can put water anywhere on this farm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, water is the biggest thing you need to be able to rotate effectively.
For sure. It seems like it can be your biggest asset or your biggest downfall.
Yeah.
It can be the bottleneck in your operation.
If you don't have water, you're going to be making mud by making trails, or you're going to have sacrifice areas, or you got to have water.
Yep. So it's funny. I don't know if the videos come out yet, but we literally just talked about that. That's because we're trying to implement that total grazing system, and then they use alleyways a lot for placing these cattle anywhere on the property based on the forage. But where we're at specifically, we got bottom ground, always wet.
Oh, yeah.
It's clay. So a lot of these guys will talk about, your cattle can walk for a living, and if they can walk up to a mile to water and everything, and you're going to lose some efficiency from doing that, but you save a lot on all that water infrastructure. I think we're still going to have to invest in the water structure like you have, because we're not
the ease of moves and not making mud paths, or you can move that. I just have a 55-gallon barrel cut down to about 35 gallons, and on a 100-foot garden hose, and I got hookups about every 200 feet.
Awesome.
You can put water anywhere.
That's awesome. So when you're looking at your paddock, what do you look at to say, hey, tomorrow a little bigger, a little smaller, or give me some considerations that you're kind of how you're managing this? Because your pastures, by the way, we're not going to catch it on camera. They're freaking lush, man. You can't see. There's no dirt anywhere to be seen. So go ahead.
I don't like muds for sure. I like to eat a third, trample a third, leave a third. Leave it to where it definitely looks like they've been there, but you're gonna get some regrowth. Because a few years ago we hit that heavy drought, and we were a week away from selling everything.
Yeah.
Or starting feeding hay. So you want to leave some ground covered. I like to leave ground cover, make
Yeah.
sure that you got that soil insulated.
Yep.
And that you can have a good head start on regrowth.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many, if you don't mind me asking, how many acres, how many head, what are you
So
looking
this
at
farm
stocking rate?
that I own is 30 acres. I've had it since 2019. We put cows on it in March of 2020. And then just last summer, I got a rental farm just up the road, about a mile. It's got about 80 acres of pasture, but it's pretty subpar right now. It's a big process. We're getting rid of a lot of locust trees, blackberry bushes, multiflora rows. So as far as forage goes, it probably has a quarter of the forage per acre as this farm does.
Gotcha.
But it was good to get that farm just to give this one a rest for the winter.
Yeah.
And then I brought my bull and 7 yearlings with them. And they've been grazing this since late March, I'd
Gotcha.
say. Yeah.
Yep.
And with a few lucky rains, I mean, you can't even tell they've been here.
So is that your goal moving forward with your operation? It's to stick primarily cow-calf and sell steers or heifers or?
Yeah. My main goal is to make sure that I have a beef for myself every year that's
Right on.
good quality. I know where the meat came from, you know, for the health and everything, reasons for that. And then, yeah, just to have a decent cow herd, to have some heifers and steers to sell.
So you've been bit by the cow bug.
Yeah, we started with stockers, and we bought 6 or so stockers one year. We kept the heifers, and the goal was to sell the steers at the sale barn. And one of them came down with something and ended up passing on us, and there went all the profit from that year.
We know what
So
you
yeah, feel a little more comfortable just running cows.
Mm-hmm.
You got all the winter chores and everything because they're always here, but it's not too bad with a decent infrastructure.
And like Jared Blumen and I talked about, this isn't such a bad time market-wise to be in cows.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you see them walking around out there, you're like, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a lot more expensive than when I started. Buying them at $1.30 a pound.
I remember we had some family over this past fall, and we were showing them the farm, and we were looking at about 15 pairs out there. I said, "That's our home edition right there." Right? Pretty good home edition. So
yeah, they could definitely build a house up on the hill with them all.
right on. No, that's awesome. So, all right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate your time. Your farm looks awesome. We're excited to see what Stumpy.
Yeah,
Is his name?
that's what we've been
Calling him Stumpy. We're excited to see how he likes the girls back in Calhoun and how he does. He's completely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Roll, get a look at these happy lines on him.
Can't even tell he's got a hair on him.
Look at them happy lines. Look how slicked off he is right now. So he's not super. He's got happy lines, but he's not super happy because he's by himself. And Ryan said he don't care too much for being by himself. So,
Yep, never
Understood.
had a problem with him. Hopefully he treats you well.
no, we're excited, man. I appreciate it. So we're gonna hop off here. We're gonna get him loaded, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time.